Today we're gonna analyze the AFC North. Rob, we starting with you. What you got over there, bro?
The best team in this division is going to have to be, and this one's going to be tough. This one's going to be really, really tough. But I had the Cleveland Browns being the best team in this division, and I know it's going to be kind of sacrilegious, man, because Tyler's a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. I'm going against his team, but you feel me? In this particular situation, I think the Cleveland Browns over the past couple of years, they've been on the upward spin, man. They've gotten very, very good under their new head coach, Kevin Stefanski. This year could possibly be the year that they actually do take off. One of the big things is going to have to be Odell Beckham Jr. and Baker Mayfield getting on the same playing field. If they can actually mesh, which hasn't happened yet, they could definitely be a very good team. But just for a record, I'm going to have to say 13-4. I think they're going to be really, really good. The Pittsburgh Steelers, I'm going to have them at number 2. It's going to be a very difficult division. The top 3 teams obviously going to be the Cleveland Browns, the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the Baltimore Ravens. I have the Pittsburgh Steelers at 11-5. Well, 11-6 this year.
11-6.
Yeah, 11-6 this year. And I also have the Baltimore Ravens at 10-7. I think they're all going to be very, very good. The only reason why I'm going to give the Pittsburgh Steelers the edge is because I just believe in the coach so much, man. I think he's definitely going to be very good. The only question is going to be the quarterback. Is Ben Roethlisberger still going to be Ben Roethlisberger? We have absolutely no idea. I still have a little bit of faith in his old arm. The check down's probably going to be there. Now, the last team is going to have to be the Cincinnati Bengals. I'm gonna personally have the Bengals 3-14. I just think that they don't have the defense. They don't have the defense. I mean, and also the offensive line is gonna be absolutely horrendous. I think they're gonna look a lot like the last year's Cowboys. I have all the faith in the quarterback. I got all the faith in wide receivers. Of course, they just drafted Jamar Chase, arguably the best wide receiver in the draft. I just don't think he's gonna be that good. So that's my rankings for this division.
Our first two are similar. It's just obviously I got the Steelers coming in first place. I mean, I think looking on the sheet, man, we're the most complete team in the division, but I actually don't have us, dominating that division because like the NFC East, the AFC North they beat up on each other. So I got the Steelers coming in first at 12-5. Nothing crazy, and then I got the Ravens. I agree with you. I think they will go 10-7. They did pick up Sammy Watkins in the offseason, so depending on if Sammy Watkins can stay healthy, that would be some help for Lamar Jackson if he even improves his passing game. The Browns, I have the Browns coming in at 8-9. The Browns to me are I just think they're a mediocre, organization. They show promise. It's still up in the air as far as will they even have Odell Beckham Jr. this season or will they trade him? We'll see. But I got them coming in at 8-9. That's just the type of team they are. And then I got the Bengals coming in at 5-12. I got them coming in 2 more wins than you gave them. And the only reason is because I reiterate the AFC North beats up on each other. I can see them stealing a game from every other team in the division, and they'll get like 2 more wins that from like a home game maybe.
Based on our standings, all of us, I think we can agree this is probably this is going to be one of the most competitive divisions in all of football. To kick off my list, it's actually funny. We all have someone different winning the division. I have the Baltimore Ravens coming in at 12-5, winning this division, and that's all on Lamar Jackson. He's just that good. I feel like the longer he's there, they're gonna come up with more and more weapons to give him, and they're gonna come up with schemes, and he's just getting more and more comfortable as a quarterback in the NFL. I think the Baltimore Ravens are a really solid team, and they're not really running away with this division because in the second place, right behind them, one less win, I have the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, I agree. The Pittsburgh Steelers are a very complete team, but I don't have them winning this division because of the fact that I don't believe in Ben Roethlisberger anymore. He is an all-time great. He's going to go down in the record books. He's going to be remembered as one of the best, but that's not going to be what he's going to give this season. I don't think he's going to be even close to what Ben Roethlisberger is. And I think this is going to be the wake-up call that a lot of Steelers fans have been needing for the past couple seasons, that they need a backup quarterback. Big Ben has to go, but he's not going to go out looking terrible. All right. 11-6 for the Steelers. Now, the Browns, I have them 1 game behind Pittsburgh at 10-7. I think on paper they're really good, but I just can't see Baker Mayfield really leading a team to win a division, to go far in the playoffs. I just don't see Baker Mayfield as that quarterback just yet. Will he prove me wrong? I hope he does. I hope he's part of the new wave of quarterbacks that's going to be great for a long time. Now, for the Cincinnati Bengals, I don't have them as bad as you guys might think. I actually have them as 2 more wins than what Tyler had. I have them going 7-10 because I have a lot of faith in Joe Burrow. I feel like the offense is going to be clicking. Defense might need some help, but I feel like in the middle of the season they're going to be in the hunt, and then they're just going to fall far behind the rest of the division. But I have them going 7-10. I hope they prove me right. We'll see how the season goes.
Well, the thing I gotta say about the Bengals is I don't know what Joe Burrow's mindset is gonna be coming off of that huge knee injury. Like his knee completely got blown out. He understands that the offensive line isn't necessarily gonna be much better. How much faith is he really gonna put on his receivers getting open into the second and third reads? Like how long is he gonna stay in the pocket? I think that right there could definitely affect their offense.
Yeah, I mean, I'll even take it a step further. So we talk about Joe Burrow and how he literally has no protection whatsoever. You also have to consider the fact that now there's film on him, and film in the NFL is just a completely different ball game. Once guys get film on you, it's a wrap. So you add to the fact that he doesn't have protection, and then his best weapon is already a question mark in Jamar Chase, because I think he's already the best weapon on the team. But like we all say, he's going to be a question mark. Rob, you don't even have faith in Jamar Chase. So
no, I never say that.
You said I thought you said you don't think he's going to be good. That's what I thought you said, that they drafted.
No. I ain't never say that, dog.
But
I think Jamar Chase is gonna be decent.
Oh, I mean, nevertheless, you need time to run your route. You need a quarterback to throw you the ball in without a line. But I want to get at a different angle. As a Steelers fan, I can't let Adrian slide on that Big Ben take, man. And I bring this up all the time. So, I mean, if you just remove Big Ben's name, he had a 3-10 touchdown to interception ratio, 33 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, 3,800 yards. I mean, you give that to any QB and they're in the conversation for MVP. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand where this Big Ben has lost the narrative comes from. And now we have you add on top of that, you add to the fact that we have a running game. I think we're the one team in the draft that got exactly what we needed in order to get us closer to a Super Bowl. So I don't know, man. That's a hard take.
Look, I see what you're saying, and the numbers definitely don't back up what I'm saying. But this last season, I just saw his arm getting weaker and weaker. I don't see him making the throws downfield like he used to. I feel like this team is going to have to be built a lot on slants and the wide receivers making the plays after that. I don't see big men throwing the ball 15, 20 yards downfield making big plays. Now, does he have the weapons for it? We'll see what Chase Claypool does in year number 2. We'll see, is Juju Smith-Schuster going to ball out on this new contract that he has? It's a lot of question marks, but if anybody can do it, Big Ben can. I just don't see him actually doing it. I don't see him having the physical ability of throwing the ball as far as he used to.
Yeah, I think you worry about the wrong thing. What you should be worrying about is the actual defense. I think the defense is going to be absolutely elite. If you have the elite defense that, like some of the elite teams have, you don't necessarily need a very good offense. For example, the 2015 Broncos. We already knew what Peyton Manning was coming into the Super Bowl. He was absolutely atrocious. People thought that, I forgot his name. What was the guy's name? Brock Osweiler, was it? Should have started over Peyton Manning.
Brock Osweiler.
We don't even know where Brock Osweiler is anymore. The offense was just straight atrocious, and they won the Super Bowl regardless. I don't necessarily think that Big Ben is going to be that bad. I personally think that Big Ben could definitely be a game manager, even though Tyler might think he's a little bit above that. I just think the defense is definitely going to be very advantageous to them. And I think they could possibly hold teams to like under 17 points per game. If they could do that, I'm pretty sure Big Ben can get them over 17 points. And not only that, their running back, Najee Harris, that right there was definitely a very big addition to the team. I think first things first, coming to the draft, every mock draft had the Steelers taking Najee Harris. We all knew what the situation was. And the Pittsburgh Steelers did exactly that. I think if they could run the ball, play good defense, and milk the clock, they could definitely come out with a very good record. I think that's what they're going to be relying on.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not to control. Let me just say, I wouldn't tune into a Steelers game for it's not going to be a Patrick Mahomes type of show. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a grit and grind. We're going to play some defense. We're going to milk the clock, like Adrian said. We're going to run some slants. And that's what we're going to do to get to scratch and claw to get these wins.
Mm-hmm.
Now, especially like Rob said, I can see Mike Tomlin pulling this out, but that defense definitely needs to step up. They're going to have to be on the level of the Broncos team that won the Super Bowl, or more recent memory when the New England Patriots beat LA in the Super Bowl. He wasn't near what Tom Brady really is. It's just that the defense was that elite that he just needed one drive to score a touchdown, and that's it. The defense did the rest. Now, the test is on the Pittsburgh Steelers to see if that defense will be able to last the whole season being that dominant.
Absolutely. One of the slight points I do want to make, though, I think if the Pittsburgh Steelers didn't necessarily have that faith in the defense, I don't know if they bring back Big Ben. I think they might have cut him. But another thing that I do want to talk about has to be the Ravens. I had them number 3. I personally think the Ravens are probably going to drop some very big games to the Browns and the Steelers. I personally think that Mike Tomlin and Kevin Stefanski, they know what to do against Lamar Jackson, even though they might not necessarily shown it in both of their games last year or all 4 of their games last year. I personally think that they could definitely bottle him up a little bit. They pretty much see exactly what his faults are in the playoffs, and they could potentially replicate that in a regular season. If they could definitely do that, bottle him up, make him into a pocket passer, they could definitely, do some damage. And I think both of them got the defense for that. Both of them got the pass register for that, and both of them got the secondary for that. So I personally think, they could definitely do a decent job on Lamar Jackson.